Thank you so much, and thanks for organizing this event today. It's momentous in more ways than one. Uh, what started as a very small initiative in 2017, I was recollecting the thoughts as to why we started what we started in 2017 along with Terry. And I remember our team in Delhi, that time my colleague Manish Mishra was leading the regulatory affairs team. He is now the general manager at West Bokaro. And he and his team were engaging with Terry on various issues. And Dr. Ajay Mathur was, I think he had just taken over or was just new in the Terry fold. If I'm not mistaken, I think he had come in 2015 or 16, that time he had come in. Yeah, so then generally engaging on it, and then this whole thought of the Green School project came in, and we had some deliberations, and that's how it started. And it's really moved from strength to strength. I'm happy to be part of this event today, not only for signing off the previous phase, but also uh, flagging off in a way the next phase of it. So, congrats to everyone. I know about close to 300 people have joined in today on an online event, which is great. Students, teachers, parents, and my own colleagues from regulatory affairs, from Tata Steel Foundation, from raw materials, and the other parts of the company. The Terry team is here today. So, I think first of all, I must thank all of you to have joined in. And secondly, Pankaj, who's now the chief of the regulatory affairs, has been at it for the last 3 years now, from 2000, I think 18 onwards, and trying to drive it harder and drive it with a larger impact in mind. And I think the team has really done well along with Neha and others from Terry. Uh, I'm saying so because uh, I can see the impact of it on the ground. I used to be in Delhi, now I'm in Jamshedpur. In between, I spent some time for raw materials also. So I used to go and I remember going to, I think, one of the schools in the OMQ, which is Normandy Joda area, and along with the then Vice President Raw Material Rajiv Singhal, we did a small event there. And I was pleasantly surprised with the enthusiasm and the motivation of the children who kind of projected their models, uh, what all they wanted to achieve. And this was, I think, about 2017-18, if I'm not mistaken. And I was pleasantly surprised as to how children are thinking creatively, innovatively, and also thinking about the future as to what is the right thing to do for the future. And I thought the seeds have been sown, and now we can see shoots coming out. And I think that's the best part of it. If you sow a seed and you can see the plant or a sapling coming out, and hopefully we'll see the fruits also coming out in some time from now. Having said that, I think uh, it's also good that we are doing it on a day which is World Environment Day. And I'm sure all of you are aware that the World Environment Day uh, has its own, I would say, importance in everyone's life, individually and as a corporate, as industry. Started more than 30 years back, 1974, as a one day for at least recapitulating what we have done and rededicating ourselves of what we should be doing. So I think from both the perspectives, it works well. And I think going on to the uh, company that we all work for and have been a part of this for a pretty long time now, which is Tata Steel, I think we've also seen the change within our own industry and company. So I remember when I joined in 1980s, the late 80s, and Jamshedpur was surely one of the first integrated steel plants of Asia, but it also had its own issues on environment, on pollution controls, and a lot of effort was put in by our senior leaders that time to ensure that we don't damage the environment. In some way, we can add value to the environment. And I will also say, because I started my career in Tata Steel in the raw materials division in Jharia, and I have a fair amount of idea on what happens in the coal mines and the iron ore mines and the other mines that we have and we operate. I think the जिसको हम जागरूकता कहते हैं, the awareness on environment protection, the awareness on environment enhancement actually comes from our raw material division, because they are the ones who work in some way against the mother nature, but at the same time they keep thinking as to how do we add value to the environment. So whatever we see today in terms of saying plantation drives, water harvesting, and so on and so forth, actually is a part and parcel of our mining operations, not from the last few years, but I think essentially that we have been involved in or have been operating in mines and in mining areas. I think that's what we have expanded from our raw materials to our steel plants, and we've continued to improve our efficiencies, productivity, because what initially we didn't realize that anything that we save on raw materials, on natural resources, actually makes business sense. And I'm not saying for Tata Steel, I'm saying as an industry, as any industry, because everything costs money. And if you reduce your usage of raw materials, energy, and so on and so forth, by the end of it, pays back many folds more than you can imagine and you can realize. And I think that's what has worked well for all of us. Coming back to how we have shaped up the phases of our engagement with TERI, which started in 2017, I'm very happy that, I read the reports of last phase, and I found that we touched about 34 schools. And I was trying to jog my memory in terms of when we started, how many they were. I thought we started with 10, and then we moved forward and added a few more divisions. And then in 2018, we acquired another company in Odisha, which is Tata Steel BSL now, and we added those schools as well. Uh, the important thing of this project that we took off along with TERI was, it's not about industry, it's not about employees, it's about the community, it's about every citizen or every, I would say, individual who takes birth and is a part of our society and a part of our community. And I think that's where it has taken its roots, which is very, very good and very inspiring for me personally, and I'm sure for all my colleagues. I think uh, there is actually no reason to talk about climate change and say that what is climate change, because I think we are living it now. What we used to see about a decade back as a story saying this is going to happen, the world temperatures are going to go up, you may have natural disasters coming in. I think we are very, very closely experiencing them, and being in the eastern part of the country, we see them more often than the rest of the country. And if you look at the last few years, uh, the kind of cyclones that we've witnessed and we have been a part of in the last few years in Orissa, Bengal, and Jharkhand uh, gives us a lifetime experience. And why does it happen? What all are the things that we have to change in our way of thinking, the way of working, the way of living actually, which will impact not only us because we are still living, and the future generations. And I think these are the impacts that we all are carrying forward and our experiences. And I'm very happy that all our community, which includes the students, teachers, parents, and all of us, are jointly in it and taking the vision of this Green School project, a joint initiative of Tata Steel and the TERI, forward. And now we've also added another thing as an umbrella, which is Tata Steel Foundation, because Tata Steel Foundation also runs a lot of programs in their vertical of education. They do a lot of programs for children in Jharkhand and Odisha, and we thought instead of having isolated and in silo programs, if we could kind of combine them together and work them together, it will make much more impact and reach many more individuals in our community. And I'm happy that uh, I was, as I said a bit earlier, that I was going through the reports on how the uh, children have worked or the students have worked on the birds nests, the small kitchen gardens, the seeds, etc. It touches everyone's lives. And the best part I find is that all the projects which have been envisaged and taken and are being planned now also touch every aspect of the environment, whether it's energy, water, waste, air, biodiversity, forest, everything. So even if we do a small bit, that drop in the ocean will have a ripple effect, and I'm sure collectively will have a large impact. Having said that, uh, again, thanks to every one of you who have been a part of this journey and continue to be a part of this journey. I am personally very, very happy that we are not only closing the phase 3 but also launching the phase 4 on the same day. And all the best. And I hope we make the impact that we are looking to make, or we have made a little bit going forward, much more than what we have done in the past. Thank you so much for inviting me and for making me a part of this event. Thanks a lot.